Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. I was planning to use my friend the Spectre, but then I thought, let's use Doctor Strange instead. Been a while since I used good old Strange, and also I thought it was appropriate for the Halloween seasonal. So let's see. So right now I need to cure for the Midnight Masquerade mission. The mission is in the event tab in the on duty menu. Don't look elsewhere, you won't find it. And usually the current the mission for the seasonal are usually at the top of the list. There could be exceptions to that, but in this case, as you can see, it is at the top of the list. So let's cure for that. In theory, since the event is brand new, we shouldn't have to cure for long. But later down the line, especially during the last week of the event, if you try to cure for the event and the cure takes a long time, usually it's normal. People will play the mission early on, and by the end of the event, a lot of people pretty much stop queuing for the missions. Also, I read already online on the forums, some people are already asking for the mission to be nerfed because depending on the group you have, the mission can be very difficult. Also, if you try to, you can do this mission at level 10. One of the issues is that usually what it does is that it will match you with probably three other players that are level 10. So doing this mission with 4 players level 10 who are raised to level 34, and 4 players who are like combat rating 200 who are lowered to level 34, very, very different. So basically you need to take those little crystal, holy crap. Oh, I was right there. So you see that huge shield above Clarion's head? Usually means that when that shield is there, you're not going to do much damage to Clarion until you bring, like you saw our friend bring the crystal over there. So sometimes you have to bring the crystal right here, sometimes you have to bring it all the way down. It's a case-by-case basis. And you see our friend with that big urn. Basically, is going to use that to keep the enemies away. Like you'll see a whole bunch of ghosts spawn. But that urn will absorb those enemies. But sadly, at some point, you have to go and empty it. Oh, we lost a friend. Oh, didn't get there in time. Oh, that was a close call. So as you saw, as soon as I stopped healing, our friends went down pretty quick. So if you're the healer, ideally you don't want to have to carry the urn, but if no one else does it, sometimes you have no choice. That wasn't pretty, but at least we completed the thing. So let's give our friends a little thumbs up. And even a little bow because, well, why not? So once you're done, you can leave. Although you do have a few vendors over here. So if you want to do some Halloween shopping, oh, wrong vendor. If you want to do some Halloween shopping, you can do it. And if you need to buy colas or repair, our friend is here. We have a vendor for that too. So just to recap, because it was pretty chaotic, basically as you fight your friend Clarion, when you see the big shield above his head, usually there's two small crystals that you need to gather to grab here. Sometimes you can bring them here, but sometimes you'll have to bring them all the way over here, or the same on the other side. Basically, it's random. There's like a few places where you have to bring the crystal. So usually when you pick the crystal, you'll see the big arrow telling you where to go. So you just bring the crystal there. You have to do that a couple of times. And then at some point there's the big urn will spawn that you can use to absorb all the ghosts. Once you've done that, sometimes the urn will get full. So you have to bring it to one of the crystals. Again, I think it's random. The time I used it, I had to come here. But I think sometimes you have to go to the other one as well. There's a few healing barrels spread through the map as you saw. Don't be afraid to use them. Especially since, as you saw, players have the bad tendency to go all DPS. So usually you end up with a group of all DPS, and ideally you want to be the healer so that you can try and keep everyone alive. Although I did it yesterday also, and as a controller I was able to do that as well. And at the very end, as you saw, there's one last crystal that spawns here, and you have to bring it all the way over there. Otherwise, you cannot defeat the Clarion. He's pretty much invincible until you do that. And as a rule of thumb, usually as soon as you bring the crystal here, usually Clarion is like at 1% health or something. And as soon as I did put the crystal there and came back here, you saw that Clarion was already down, and you just had to click on Clarion to complete the mission. So hopefully this will help a few players out there, because one of the common complaints is that people come into this mission and have no idea what the objectives are to be able to complete the mission, and so all they do is that they attack Clarion. But again, when Clarion has that big red shield on top of him, I think you do like 1 point of damage to him. So you really have to do the mechanic, otherwise there's no way you're going to be able to defeat Clarion. And when you don't do the mechanic, it makes the mission much more difficult than it should be. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. So as always, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.